Hey everybody, why are mini PCs so popular? Why is everyone buying these things? Hey, stay tuned while I show you a few things about mini PCs and why I believe it may be the future of not only everyday PC needs, but a better home theater media center that far surpasses most Android TV boxes. Now, did that get your attention? All right. All this at a price range that's pretty amazing. Now, there are three questions I need to be answered for the PC in this price range, and I'm going to go ahead and get those answers for you. Oh, and did I mention that we will be giving away to one of our lucky viewers? More on that shortly on how to enter. First, let's go and jump in and see what we got in the box for this Peladn Y6 Intel 95 Mini PC. Then we can go ahead and check out the performances in just a few minutes. First up, we get a manual in English and Chinese. Gives you port layouts and such. Not a whole lot there. It's not hard to get it set up. It's self-explanatory. Printer, you have a power cord, which I ended up getting a UK version. And folks, I don't live in the UK. So I will need to use my travel converter, which is no big deal. You can get these at Walmart for just a few bucks. So that's not a big deal at all. But yeah, they also include the HDMI cable and now the mini PC. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's not as many as some are, but still it's pretty compact. Take a look at it in my hand for reference. This is still pretty mini in my book. Now onto the front. It has a reset button, a headphone microphone, 3.5 millimeter jack. It has a USB-C that can be used for a third monitor with an adapter if needed. It also has two USB 3.0 inputs right here and an off and on button, which is kind of nice to see on a mini PC. Now on the back here, you get two HDMI ports for the second and third monitor if you like. Now, you don't need to use a front one. I'm not going to use much more than two monitors at a time anyways. It has another two USB 2.0 inputs, along with an RJ45 plug for 3.5 gigabits transfer speed, and a DC power input. Now, on the sides, it has plenty of vent holes, and kind of cool looking pattern if you ask me, along with more vent holes on the bottom. I don't think this is going to overheat at all. As a matter of fact, it didn't, as we used a lot. Matter of fact, it stayed cool all the way through using this thing. Let's go ahead and take a quick look on the inside of this mini PC to see some of this hardware. Now, this model has a 16 gigabyte RAM and a 512 gigabyte SSD card. I believe that 16 gigabyte is the highest for the model, but yeah, I do believe you can upgrade this to the 1 terabyte SSD. You can always hang an external drive on it if needed. The solder points all look good. Don't have any over, so it does look like it came out of a Class A factory. The fit and finish is very good. Now the weight of the box feels about right. It's sturdy feeling. Now that answers the first question, is the quality, and I would have to give it a 4.5 out of 5 score. And at this price level, that's a high score, guys. Hey, let's go ahead and get it hooked up and see what we get for specs, performance, gameplay, and more. Now, it has a typical Windows first time install, which takes about 15 minutes or so. I went ahead, I already did that for you, so I'd spare you the install process. Now, we're going to go ahead and do bench scores coming up next, but let's go ahead and look at some other scores of what it is and what it does. Just because of my audience, my viewer audience. Now, the NVIDIA Shield Pro bench scores. Single core is 307 and a multi-core is 809. So there, 809. Now next, let's do the Superbox Elite Pro. That's a single core of 111 and a multi-core of 385. That's a lot less than NVIDIA Shield, isn't it? Let's take a look at the Apple Mac Mini with the M2 chip. Its single core is 2651 and a multi-core of 14,305. Now, but you got to know, this is a whole lot more money and from Apple. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Peladn single core score of 861 and a multi-core of 1906. Now, these are very respectable scores. for a mini PC that's around $139. Not to mention that the OpenCL score of 3159. Now, specs on this box are not bad at all. I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you. Now, okay, so let's go over this real quick. The Peladn Y6 N95 Mini PC comes with a built-in single-channel 16 gigabyte DDR4 RAM. It has a max 3200 megahertz, and it comes with a 512 gigabyte M2 SSD card. That's a lot of storage there, guys. And like I said, if you need more, you can bump it up to 1 terabyte. Now, thanks to the large capacity, you can switch between more applications and store more favorite documents and movies. Now, this mini desktop computer is equipped with an Intel UHD graphics 750 megahertz max. It delivers a powerful graphics performance, supports 4K video playback, which we're going to show you here in just a second. 2 HDMI 2.0 ports will allow you to efficiently multitask on 2 4K 60 Hz displays. Now, this mini PC is compact and lightweight. At about 4.9 inches square by about 1.4 inches high. It can be placed almost anywhere and even attached to the back of the display with the Visa mount for a space-saving all-in-one solution. Now, this does answer my second question. Yes, it can handle most of what you throw at it, other than the high-intensely large PC games, of course. You're going to get little pauses and jitteries and stuff like that on those kind of games. But most average games and even emulators seem to work okay on this. Okay, here we go. The Beach Buggy Blitz. I've been playing this game since it came out years ago, and usually on my phone, but just want to show you what it will do on this computer. And it doesn't hesitate. It's works very well. You can Bluetooth your Xbox controller or what have you and play it that way. Yeah, I would say it'll play most games like this without a problem until you get to the higher end ones that are high intensity ones. Then it's gonna jerk on you a little bit. But yeah, it works great. Now, this would not be the mini PC I would buy for that, but this one did outperform my expectations. I really don't play a lot of the games anymore. If I do, they're usually on the console. There's some upgraded mini PCs that handle them no problem. Now, we also hooked up a 4K 60 frames per second video, and it didn't hesitate whatsoever. I'm excited about that. We did look at YouTube, same thing. It worked great. So we got to give it to that. Hey, next up, do me a favor and like this video. If it brings you some value, I sure appreciate that like. And also, please subscribe. Oh, and place a comment on what your thoughts are about the whole mini PC craze. And state at the end of the comment, 4.5 star comment. That's what you need to put. And you are entered for a chance to win a free one. So now you know how you enter. Now on to the question 3 I need an answer to. Will this be a replacement for most Android TV boxes out there? Can you load up the Android TV on this and have it work better than most on the market? Well, we have determined it has the power and space to make it a very good home theater media center. You're going to need to watch our upcoming video on doing just that to answer the third question, to build you a monster Android box right here. Now, I do believe that we are on the front side of this mini PC wave, and after playing with this one, I can see why. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all the time you put in, and hey, remember, we're going for that 30,000 subscriber mark. We're almost there, guys. I need your help. All right, I'll see you again.